Hey guys, welcome back to another WoT Xbox video with me, Ben. We're the big guys, and today is our very first commentary on full release WoT Xbox One. So, we're also going to be driving a brand new tank. We're driving the AMX Chaffee. This is the new French Tier 6 Premium Light Tank, which is an awesome tank. It's one of the only Founders Pack that I purchased. It seemed like a pretty good deal. I needed another French crew trainer. I've really been playing a lot of the French lights recently and doing pretty well on them and getting used to that playstyle. And I really like the Chaffee as well, so this seemed like a good shout. Plus it can have this really awesome red paint job that I really liked a lot. So this tank, it's a Chaffee hull and the gun and turret from an AMX 1375, a fully upgraded. So it's got the 75mm gun from that. So the damage is okay and the pen's okay. It gets pretty harsh matchmaking on the surface. It can see up to tier 10, the same as the normal Chaffee, which might sound pretty harsh, but I've not been doing too badly in it, and the amount of times I've seen that sort of tier battle has been very rare. I've seen a lot of these sort of tier 7 and 8 games, and it's been absolutely fine. I've been really loving it, so I wouldn't worry too much about the matchmaking situation. It can hold its own to an extent against higher tier light tanks, and that's really your main risk when you're going into high tier battles with a lower tier light tank is meeting a higher tier light tank, and then they can tear you apart a bit. But so what do I like about this tank? It's very maneuverable. That's why I like it. I find the French light tanks are a little bit sluggish normally. This one with the Chaffee hull is nice and maneuverable because it's got the 75mm. The reload's not too bad. It's about 15 seconds with some equipment, which is pretty respectable for an autoloader. And you can do a fairly nice amount of damage with that clip as well. So this was actually the very first game that I played in my AMX Chaffee on Xbox One, and it was a pretty good one, so I wanted to throw up. It's a shame it's on Pacific Island, because all my good replays recently seem to be on this map, but it is a nice looking map. And we can see we're able to get a couple of shots into the 88's commander's hatch there, but bouncing most of them. But worth it to chip away a little bit of damage. Now this is a good spot I like to go to, and you might have seen it before. It's pretty common for light tanks to come here, because you can kind of, if you can get in the middle of the map and you can get a bit of cover in a light tank, that's a pretty good place to go, generally speaking. Because you can use this rock, and you can use those bushes, and you can spot the enemy up pretty well. Here I'm a bit screwed though, because they've completely flanked around, and it looks like my game might be up. But thankfully, we've got a lovely little Chaffee hull and tracks, and we can run away pretty well. My options of where to run to are fairly limited, because the enemy are actually all over the battlefield and pretty much surrounding me. So I decided to go over here and think, okay, maybe I can help this guy, like, do a bit of damage or something. We'll see how we get on. Don't really expect to be alive for very much longer. So the Tiger starts pushing. I thought it might be a bit of a suicide charge, but I thought I'd go with him. I can help him at least kill this Comet, and then we'll see where we're at. And we got another rock there we can get behind. Keep moving, managed to dodge a shot very luckily there. And I think one went into my tracks just then as well. So we somehow managed to do all of that without actually taking any damage. And we can put the final shell from the clip into the side of the KV. And a Wild Looks appears. Bam! and really eats that one hard. It wasn't quite. That was one of those situations with a new tank where you don't really know if you should ram them with your new tank or not. You don't really know if it's heavy enough, but when you've got the opportunity, it's hard to resist the urge to just go for it. And that worked out. They absolutely smashed them. I didn't lose much health either. So we managed to take out that Stuart, managed to put a couple more shots into the KV over there, and we're up to 21 damaging shots now, and a little bit of assist. And we got some people on the flag, which is good, because if you look at they've got 5 heavy tanks left, 2 and a medium and 2 lights, so it's not looking great for our team at the moment, unless we can really push that cap. Fluffing a couple of shots on the KV, but there you go. Can't hit them all.
Ready to fire.
And a pretty lucky tracking shot there on the KV-1. So this tank's also called the AMX Jocko by some people. It's Jocko, guy on the forums, actually first mentioned this tank and brought it up as a suggestion to bring into the game. So fair play, Jocko, that they actually went and brought that in after he suggested it. Very cool stuff. And there you go, I'm dead. But we're capping. And we did 23 damage. We did, what's that, 10 tracking assists, 2 assist damage. Oh no, 10 crits, sorry. 3 kills. And it looks like we'll cap out pretty nicely with the Tog, who's probably just driven all the way around that. 2 Togs, in fact. So we've probably driven that whole flank without barely seeing anyone. And then capped, which can often happen in a Tog. It's such a slow tank. So let's see how we get on. Everyone wants to see how much money we made. We made 71 grand, so pretty good. And we got 7,000 XP. There'll be some ops on that as well, though. We got 2 ops there. But and a mastery 99%. On the first day of launch, it's not really surprising. It's going to be very easy to get that badge because there's not much to go for. So those are the ops. We got extra silver 25%, and extra 250 XP. So that's pretty mammoth XP there, really. Just on a double for getting 7,000 XP with only a tiny little bonus is pretty sweet. And that's what you get for dishing out a lot of damaging a light tank. But yeah, 2,600, 200 assists, 24 pens, 40 damage blocked, and a high caliber in the light tank. So yeah, so I really like that tank. I'd recommend getting it. I think it's a good value tank to grab. If you're into that kind of light tank, autoloader sort of thing, especially if you've had a bit of practice on the French light tank line, the 1375, the 1390, stuff like that. That'll get you in the right kind of feel for this tank. But this one's just a little bit more nimble. Now there's one last very cool little thing about the AMX Chaffee that I hadn't mentioned yet. So if you stuck around this long, good work. And that is, normally with premium tanks you can only train crews from that nation's tank. Now because this is a mashup of an American and a French tank, it actually allows you to train both French and American crews in this tank, which I'm pretty sure is unique to any tank in World of Tanks at the moment on Xbox. So if you need a French crew trainer and an American crew trainer, then it's a no-brainer. It's going to be really useful to you. I'm not so bothered about American crews at the moment. French crews are the thing I need to train, but it is nice to have that option to do both. So there's a handy little extra thing that might swing the balance to you splashing out the gold for this tank. So I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please consider hitting like and subscribe. It really helps us out a lot. And check out some other videos around the channel. Nice one. My name's Ben, we're the big guys, and I'll see you next time.